What's good, y'all? I'm Skip,
And I'm DJ.
and we are Deciphered, and we are back for episode 7 of Decipher Road to 100. And before we get started, DJ, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm a little cold over here. I don't know why this weather trying to come through like that, but overall, I'm in good spirits. So,
Me too. It'll be under 20 tomorrow, so it's gonna be even colder tomorrow. So if y'all are in the area where it's extremely cold tomorrow, make sure y'all safe. Well, just whenever y'all get this, because it'll be sometime this week, but I'm not sure on the date. But like I said, this is episode 7 of Decipher Road to 100. And if this is your first Road to 100 episode, we're going through 100 albums from 2024, making our way to create our top 25 and top 10 albums of 2024. So DJ, can you give me the list for episode 7?
yeah. Let's see. Damn, I'm looking at episode 9. All right. Episode 7. We got Love and Service by Brother Ali. We got FUN Slum Village. We got Set the Tone from Ghostface Killer. We got 101 for Gunna. And we got Chupacabra from DJ Quick and Jason Martin.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me fix this real quick. But go ahead and give me your thoughts from the first album on the list.
Okay, so we got Mr. Brother Ali. Never heard of him before in any capacity, whether it be like a ghostwriter, producer, artist. Never heard him before in my life. I was a little thrown off a little bit because I was expecting him to be like somebody black with a name like Brother Ali, and yeah, he the way he looked definitely did not like ring off to me as far as with the music. Because at first I didn't see what he looked like before I heard the album, so I just listened to it. But then when I actually pulled up what he looked like, I was like, "The fuck? Wait, this can't be the same person I just heard rapping." Like what? But all in all, though, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a couple listens for me to really, really like get into it. Off that first listen, I just it didn't really vibe with me. Now, granted, when I first heard it, I was in the gym working out, and I don't think this is one of those albums where you would need to listen to it in that kind of headspace. This is one of those albums where you need to really sit down, digest, and just be like in tune, like zoned in on the album. So this ain't one of those albums where you can play like in the background while you doing other stuff. Like you actually need to hear what he's saying. And when I actually took the time to actually really sit down and listen to the music, like for what it is, it's actually a really good album to me, in my opinion. Not sure if it'll make my next round just yet, but if I wanted to recommend it to people like who really want to hear some good rap, good production, this would be an album I would recommend to any like person who follows hip hop or is really, really into hip hop. It's a good album. It is definitely a good listen. I got like 6 songs that I really liked from here. Ottomans or Ottomans is probably my favorite song out of all of them. I really like that song. Huh?
It's Ottoman. It's like the Ottoman Empire.
Okay, gotcha. So Ottomans, I really like that song. I like Worthy. I like Awaken. The Collapse is really good. I like Love and Service. And I like Manic as well, featuring Casual and ASAP Rock.
Okay.
So yeah, those are the ones that I kind of go back to the most. I gave it a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. I liked it, but I don't know if it really just has a lot of replay value in a sense. Like that made me like, okay, I gotta go back and hit this again. Like I don't know if it do that for me, but it is a good project. It is. So what you think?
I almost got it a whole full point higher than you. Because my first listen, I was tapped in from the first listen. My first thought when I heard it was he sounded like a smoother version of Talib Kweli to me.
Okay.
So when I heard him, because this was my first time being introduced to him too. So when I was listening, I think like 3 or 4 songs in, after I really digested that he reminds me of Talib, but like a more smoother version as far as how he raps and his
Mhm.
delivery. I wanted to look him up and see. So I was kind of caught off guard too. I was like, it got to be another brother Ali.
Yeah.
Got to be. This can't be him. But because the his Instagram handle is brother Ali is blind. So I was like, hold on, he blind too, or whatever the case is. So that kind of threw me off as far as like not necessarily his race, but it was like, okay, so he's like, it didn't sound like a rapper handle on
Wait,
Instagram.
wait, you say he's actually blind?
That's what I was questioning that because
Okay.
that's what his Instagram handle is. Brother
Okay.
Ali is blind, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I try not to get too caught up in that, and I went back and finished the album. And bro, this album is this one of my favorite albums as far as like just straight up rap. It's one of my favorite just like hip hop albums of 2024. This album is really good to me.
Okay.
Um he's a poetic truth teller. And I think I just be like I like when people can do both. Like can say what they need to say and make the raps sound good.
Yeah.
Um I said Ottomans was crazy, like
Hmm.
insane, like just crazy. Like if I had to like take like objectively making a list of best rap songs I've heard this year, it would be on the list, on a short list. Awaken. It was another song that I felt like spoke to my like soul for real.
Yeah.
Manic. I had that one listed as an elite hip hop posse cut.
Hmm.
Um, Cadillac is how you tell a story right. Um, and his verse on Gauntlet was insane to me too. Like when he got on tracks with other rappers, you could tell the competitive spirit was there. And I think every time he was on a posse cut or with a feature, he out rapped them every single time.
Yeah.
Howlin' Wolf, I love that song too. And I said, Howlin' Wolf is so smooth. And then my next comment was, I think I love this album, dog. um, Love and Service, the title track, so real.
Yes.
Worthy is dope. I think the only song that I had listed as okay was Inside. But like I said, really, really good, possibly great album, fantastic penmanship, flows, stories, life lessons, and spiritual slash religious connections. I gave it an 8.4 out of 10. It's definitely going to the next round for me.
Okay. I ain't mad at it. Cause like I said, it is a good album. Like it
Mm-hmm.
definitely is. And the only reason why I say the replay value of it is because it's just not of my normal rotation of stuff. But that's not to say that I wouldn't go back to it and listen to it again. Like it is a good album. I just don't know where I would place it just yet. So, but it's definitely good though. I appreciate it for what it was for sure.
Let's go to the next one.
This one, now this one actually did catch me by surprise. I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting this album from Sun Village to that I actually like it because I actually like this album more than the Brother Ali album. Um, what's the I don't know the best way because I didn't really have no notes for this. I just know I just really like some of the songs off of here. Um, the first song "Welcome" featuring Brittany Carter was really really good. Just Like You featuring Laird June and the Dramatics is really good. Request featuring Early Mac and Abstract Orchestra is really good. I really like that song. So Superb featuring Koday and Early Mac, fire. But my favorite song is the last song, Since 92,
Yeah,
featuring
it was
Robin
fire.
Cook. Man, I got that song on repeat so many times, bro. Like that's the song for me that made me really, really like the album. And I hate it came like right at the end, but it sold me on this album. I really, really enjoyed it. And I think it was just a kind of a brush with a fair share in a sense because I haven't listened to Sun Village in a long time. It's probably been maybe since I was in high school since I actually listened to a Slum Village project. So it's definitely been a while, but nice to revisit. And I think it's on word they're going to the next round, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do too. What did you have a rating for this one?
I gave it an 8.
Okay. I had it as the first three tracks was a dope way to start the album.
Yeah.
It's like a funky, groovy feel to the album. It kind of reminds me of I don't know if it's in the focus. Nah, it's all the way up there. It kind of reminds me of the low end theory from Tribe Called Quest mixed with like an Outcast album. It feel like Tribe Called Quest and Outkast, like in sound and style, had a baby, and this is the product of it. This album.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I liked every song on the album. That's what I said. I said I think I like every song on this album. That's it. That's all. Production, raps, technicality, style,
Mm-hmm.
overall, just five projects since '92. Um, Fire, so superb, and keep dreaming. This one is definitely going to the next round. It
Yeah.
was not a song that I didn't like on this project. I
Mm-hmm.
just think it may not have been in it that was just like super duper over the top amazing,
Yeah.
but everything was really good.
Yeah, like
Everything was really
the package
yeah.
itself, what they presented was good
And then,
enough.
and then they also had their rapping styles were all like kind of I know I feel like people say abstract kind of loosely, but I do feel like they had abstract rapping styles. Um, it was like technical in a way that felt unorthodox, and I really liked that too. Um,
I can't put
and
my finger on it, but I actually want to say like they influence a lot of people. I don't know, I hear them in other artists, if that
mhm.
makes sense. But I just ain't really I ain't put my notes on it. But when I was listening to it, as I listen, I'm like, they sound like this, or they sound like this, or they could have got this from them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they've been around for a long time. So
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, Jay Dilla was a producer in Slum Village.
hmm
I can't remember, but I think so. Um, but yeah, man, if you get a chance, and you listen to the low end theory from Tribe Called Quest,
yeah.
you'll hear a lot of similarities in those two albums. Well, in these two albums. But yeah, I gave it an 8.4 out of 10 too, and it's definitely going to the next round for me. So I think we 2 for 2 in this round. What's next?
Uh, we got Mr. Ghostface Killer with Set the Tone.
We 2 for 3. 2 for 3.
Oh, it's parts of this album that I really, really enjoyed. Like the actual when he just rapping and the features that he used. Because all the features for the most part is really, really good. And they mesh really well with how Ghostface rap. Because of course you
Yeah.
got Method Man, obviously. Raekwon, October London. You got Iceman. Kanye West was really good on this one. You got AZ, BB, Busta Rhymes. So I mean, it's a good deal of people who you would consider, real deal artists and rappers and things like that on here. And I mean, he has his pockets where he really getting off, but he also had them cringe songs on here. I feel as though he shouldn't be making at the point of where he is age wise and just where he stands in hip hop. Like you're solidified, like you're one of the greats. You don't need these type of songs on your projects, bro. Just rap. That's it. Like that song Plan B, the Plan B song. Like, dude, that shit was so cringe. I hate that shit so fucking
That,
much.
that's his wet dreams.
Oh my god. I hate that song so much. It would make it so bad. It's funny. Like when you listen to it, like they're going back and forth. It's funny, but I don't want to hear this shit on my album though.
Yeah, I'm super straight on that.
Like take that shit off. But some of the songs I did like though, Pair of Hammers with Method Man, really
Yeah.
good back and forth, just rapping, fire. Probably I don't know if this is my favorite song, but it's up there. Skate Odyssey with Raekwon and October London. I really, really like that song. I like No Face with Kanye. No Face, that sounds like something that could have came out during Um, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, or even on Life of Pablo. It. Kind of sounds like a song that could have fit on either one of those albums. It would have been great. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I really like that one. I like the song Locked In with AZ. I
Yeah.
like this. I like the song Shots with Busta Rhymes, and I like Kilo in the Safe too. I don't know why I really like that song, but I do like it. It's just one of the ones that like it's cool. So but I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 overall.
Mm.
Because the songs I really like, I really like, and they just kind of stand out for me. But overall, it is points in this album where it is kind of flat a little bit. Um, so I don't know if it's necessarily gonna make my next round or not, but I think it is a good listen if you like Ghostface Killer.
Excuse me. I didn't have any notes for this one because I was driving while I was listening to it.
Yeah,
Um, but it's good when it's good, and it ain't when it ain't.
right. Yep.
Um, the back half of the album, because I get it. Once I heard the outro before the song that he had with Remy Ma.
Trash. That shit awful.
Hold on, but that ain't what I'm talking about. That ain't what I'm talking about. He was saying Guns N' Roses because I didn't fully read the title of the album, and when
Mhm.
I wrote it down, I didn't write down Guns N' Roses. So I was like, why is he packing so much of the girl shit on the back end? So when I got to the end, he was saying Guns N' Roses. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So it's basically a double album.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I really like Guns and I really don't like Roses.
Roses.
So it's kind of like a 6.5 to me.
Okay.
Like it's not, it might not be one just objectively good song on Roses. Let me pull up the track list. I'm gonna be quick because I know we try to keep these under 30 minutes, but let me
Yeah.
see.
And I didn't realize that either. That's actually a good way to put it. Like if this is a double album, the gun side is the side that I really like. That's the part that really stand out. But the second half,
I like
Roses.
I think the songs that I can remember myself liking. I like the intro 6 minutes. I like Pair of Hammers. I think I like the first four. I really just like the whole first. I like the whole gun side because it splits at skit 2.
Yeah.
Cape Fear is the last song on the gun side, and then it goes into the next side. I don't think I like. Oh
Well,
no,
you
no, I
got
like Shots. I did like
yeah.
Shots
Yeah, I like
on
Shots and
Shots
Locked
and
In.
Locked In.
Hmm.
I hated Bad B with Trevor Jackson and Ja Rule because I was
Yeah.
like, flow wise, what the hell is Ja Rule doing?
And why they sample that song like that?
And why he sounds so under the beat like that? Like his
Hmm.
mix was terrible. And I know that's like nitpicking, but I was just like, what the fuck is that? Trap phone. No, sir. Touch you. No, sir. I like the perspective of it. Like old niggas need love too. Like
Hmm.
I get that, but it's just like these songs not hitting because it's like one of the songs he was like kind of trying to rap like double time, and I was just like, that's not you, Ghost. Like
Yeah.
this not your bag like that. I hate when people like who have like such a signature style kind of
Hmm.
betray the signature style trying to do some shit that's so far away from what they do. Like you shouldn't be trying to rap like the young niggas, bro. And
Yeah.
that's a older young nigga style. Like that's like Migos era. Like so you really 2 generations late with the trendy style that you tried to pick up. So yeah, man, I gave it like a 6.5 being generous. I'm probably more in the 6 out of 10 range.
Hmm.
I fuck with Ghost. I'm a super proponent of the Killer Bees. Hence 36 Chambers right there. But nah,
Hmm.
if it would have just been Guns, we'll be having a different conversation. But
Yeah.
nah, this one's not going further for me. Well,
That's
what's
fair
next?
enough. We got Gunna 101. And this album, I'm telling you now, it's not making my next round. Um, the album was really inflated with a lot of songs. I don't like that, especially when all the songs themselves aren't really that good. They sound really repetitive, and the album really doesn't pick up for me, like personally, until the last 5 songs of the album. the last 5 songs where it started with "Today I Did Good" to the end of the album, those are the only songs I like. But all the ones before that, let's see, because how many? So it was 20 songs. So 15 songs. I'm good on those first 15. I'm good on those.
That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, now I'm looking back at it. I don't like none of these. Like I said, it started with "Today I Did." Well, no, that's not where it started. At. Let's see, because the ones I did like was "Today I Did Good." Ty reveals, "Be Careful What You Wish For." I like that one. "Let It Breathe" featuring Roddy Rich. I like that one. I like "Life's Changing," and I like the song "The Time." I like those 5. So I mean, I gave it a solid 6 out of 10, but I don't see myself ever going back to this.
Okay. Shoot, that's yeah. We opposed on this one. I like the WhatsApp. I like Proud of Them, On One Tonight, Trio, Still Prevail, Blackjack, I guess it's Money, or Dollar Signs, Conscious, Let It Breathe, Time Reveals, Be Careful What You Wish For.
Yeah.
I liked all of those songs. I said Gunna is not quite on Thug level as far as total music package, but in my opinion, he's so far above Lil Baby and 21 Savage. In my opinion, um, I gave it an 8 is probably a little high, but I really liked it, bro. I
Okay. Okay.
Gunna last like since Gunna got out of jail, his last 2 albums have been pretty good to me.
This is the
First,
first one I heard.
yeah, the one that came out in 2023 was good too.
Okay.
The songs were just shorter. Now that one was much more repetitive than this one. Because that one was more so like hook, verse, hook, end of the song.
Hmm.
Where it's like, come on, we need another verse. I feel like he took his time and built these songs out more. Um, but the songs that he did good was the songs that were in a certain tempo. They were a little faster than like WhatsApp, uh Still Prevail, Blackjack. Um, t- those songs were. It's a certain tempo. You can tell before he even started rapping that the song gonna be good because that's probably his native tempo,
Yeah.
and he shined on those songs. But like, yeah, overall, depending on how it starts to line up as far as me counting all of these albums that I got listed in orange, it may or may not make the top 25, but it hit the threshold of consideration for me.
Okay.
It definitely did that. So I like that album, and I like the last one he put out too. Um, what we got next?
The last one is Chupacabra, from DJ Quick and Jason Martin.
Okay,
This is West Coast to the death. For real. And I'm just gonna keep saying it until they prove me otherwise. The West got it right now. They just got it. They get it. They understand how to make music. And this is no exception. Now, granted, this isn't the best out of the West that I've heard recently, but it is for me still a good enough product to actually be consideration for the top 25. I just don't know where it would be at all. I gotta do a little bit more as far as restructuring my list, but I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
okay,
Um, I did enjoy a lot of the songs on here. Some of my favorite songs, well, probably my number one was probably Soul Circus with Absol.
yeah. So yeah,
That was probably my favorite song on here. Then you got Too High Waves featuring Wiz Khalifa. I like that song. I like Since I Was Little featuring Currency, Bun B, and Jay Worthy.
I did
Um,
too.
it just that song just made me like I got to go back and start listening to Currency more because I really like Currency on this song, and I know Currency got 1,000 product projects out there, but I just don't really listen to him like that much, and it just kind of made me miss when I really was heavy on Currency. So, um, but I do like that song. I like Den and Spruce or Dern and Spruce. I think that's how you say it. And I like the song with Dom Kennedy, Money, Cars, and Guns. Don Kennedy is someone that It took me a while to warm up to, but and I know you and Vito used to have y'all back and forth about Dumb, but I like Dumb Kennedy now. I do, and I do like that song for sure. How you felt about it?
Um, it's debatable for the next round. I like the title track. I really like Easy Call. She's Not Around was fire. Gerbs and Youngs was good. Trooper's Groove was good. Two High Waves was good. Since I was little, Ayo, Ditto, and Soul Circus. I said it was an enjoyable project. Sonically cohesive in my opinion.
Yeah,
West Coast heavy. Shout out to the game for his raps, and Absol and CeeLo are the coolest around. I really like what CeeLo did on his contribution as a feature artist. Um, it's on that line. I gave it a 7.8.
okay.
Um, with like wiggle room to potentially go up to 8 out of 10. It was a good project. Uh, I just don't know if it's going to the next round, but it was good though.
Yeah, like how you felt about Gunna. Like I feel as though this album was good enough definitely to make my consideration, maybe honorable mention,
Mhm.
somewhere like that. For sure. Like I don't think by the end of it, I don't think it'll probably make somewhere like my honorable mentions or somewhere. Okay. It's right there for me.
Yeah,
It's there.
I'll start actually starting to craft out the list or just clearing out and seeing what I have once we finish episode 10, because that'll be we at 50.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Um this set of five, it was some really good projects in this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, if you guys are listening to some of the stuff that we're going through in this, let us know the album that we recommended in this that you found enjoyable on your own. But that's it for this episode of the Cypher Road to 100. And until episode 8, we out. Peace. What's good, y'all? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And we are Deciphered. And today we are here for episode 8 of the Cypher Road to 100. And before we get started, DJ, I already know how you're doing because we just finished episode 7.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
So,
did.
before we get started, real quick, if this is the first Road to 100 you're watching, we're going through 100 albums from 2024 to get our way to the top 25 and ultimately top 10 albums of 2024, which I personally believe is one of the better years in probably the last 2 decades in hip hop. So um, I felt like it was necessary for us to do our due diligence and evaluate as many albums from last year as possible, especially after a lot of these albums were kind of overshadowed by probably the biggest rap beef of all time as well. So
Mm-hmm.
um, there was a lot of great music that came out last year. So I felt like it would behoove us to do our due diligence. And it's more content. So, win-win. But what's the 5 for episode 8, DJ?
We got Slant Face Killer, Conway the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
We got Please Don't Cry from Rhapsody. We got Rich Ass Haitian from Mac or Mock Hami.
I mean, yeah.
We got Heartstone Psycho from Don Tolliver. And we got Speak Now or from Moneybag Yo.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you off rip, and I already told you. Um, I didn't run the Moneybag Yo. I think I played the first 3 songs and I was like, nah, I'm straight.
Okay.
Especially after the other albums in this list, I was just like, I'm straight. Like I know this shit not finna make my top 25.
Yeah, and I like Moneybag Yo. I really do. But this wasn't. He's had better albums to me, in my opinion. This wasn't one of his better ones. Um, Mainly, if you know all the main singles that's out right now for him,
And I
those
don't.
are the best songs. Like the stuff that you hear on the radio, those are the best songs on this album. You got Whiskey Whiskey featuring Morgan Wallen, big country star. People call him the country version of Chris Brown for whatever that means. You got Bussin' featuring Rob 49, Drunk Off You featuring Chris Brown. You got Another song I thought was good. I thought it was "On God" and "Foot Soldiers." Like those are towards like the middle, towards the end of the album.
Boy, I ain't
But
heard none of these songs.
yeah. If you like Moneybagg Yo, I think you would like it. But if you comparing it to his other work, and definitely if I'm comparing it to these other albums in this group here, it's not. Yeah, it's not anything I feel that's worth like doubling back to at this point. So I mean, I gave it a solid 6 out of 10. But yeah, it's not making the next round for me.
I'm definitely glad I saved my time. I was running out of time anyway. I was like, yeah, I'm not about to inconvenience myself for some shit I know at its max finna be mid.
Yeah.
You feel me? I feel like we got a lot of those out of the way early on, like with the Boss Man, D-Lows. Like I already know like I know what the ceiling is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if it hit the ceiling, it's still probably not finna be good enough. So after the first 3 songs, I was like, yeah, I know where we going.
Well, let's go to an album that I did think was really, really good from the very moment I heard it, and it stayed with me throughout the entire year. We got Hearthstone Psycho from Don Toliver. I heard it when it first came out, and it stuck with me the entire year. I love this project. Don Toliver showed a lot of versatility, in my opinion, on here. A lot of different styles, a lot of different flows. And of course, you still got his drill stuff as well, but I think he was able to, delve a little outside of that as well to give a little bit more of his personality. I feel, but the slaps on here, are fucking slaps. I'm gonna
That's
say that right now. Some of my favorite songs is on the first song, Kryptonite. I really like that song. I like Brother Stone featuring Kodak Black.
yeah, that's my favorite song.
I like Attitude with Charlie Wilson and Cash Cobain. I like Hearthstone, the national anthem. Backstreets is probably one of my favorite songs on here, featuring Tizo Touchdown. I gotta really get into a Tizo project. Like I want to hear him on his own because all the features he do, and all the stuff I've heard from him recently on other people's albums, I've liked him as the feature every time. Like to be honest, I think he's kind of stolen the show on the features that I've heard him from, except for the Doja Cat one. I think Doja kind of got him on that one. But all the other stuff I know I've heard him on, like he was the shining star of the song. And I feel that way about that song too. So I like Love is a Drug. I like that song too. And a guilty pleasure song. I don't know why the hell I like this song so fucking much because it's so stupid. But I do like it. The song Glock. Hold my Glock when I'm in the club. Like I don't know why. I like this song. It's nice little catchy.
Because it's good. That's why you like
Okay.
it. Good.
Okay. So yeah, I like that song. So I gave this album a solid 8.3 out of 10. I don't think it's in the 9 range. So I
Hell no.
I didn't want to put it that close to a 9, but it's definitely at minimum a 8 out of 10 for me.
I gave it a flat 8 out of 10. The songs that I like, Brother Stone, that song, the hook just stuck with me all year. I didn't go back to the album because there was just so much shit going on. But
yeah,
because I didn't finish it. I think I got to Brother Stone and then because I was listening to it on the way to Beano House. So by the time Brother Stone came on, because I think I played it like 3 times in a row. So by the time I got to his house, I never played the album again.
yeah,
But yeah, Brother Stone, that might be my favorite off the project. I liked Bandit, Glock, New Drop, Deep in the Water, Inside, and Last Laugh. I said it was a solid album straight through, all vibes. I feel like one of Travis Scott's more important contributions is bringing us Don Toliver.
yeah, I agree.
And I like how Don Toliver like was a product of or came through Travis, but he don't sound like him.
Yeah, completely different styles.
Type of artist. And I think they might have some of the same elements, but they approach it completely different. I don't think he'll ever hit the ceiling of a Travis Scott musically, but I don't think he'll ever have a miss either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, this was a good project. A solid 8 out of 10, and it's on that line where, depending on how everything's shaking out, if it'll be considered.
As of right now, I'm gonna say for me, it's making my next round.
Mhm.
But like I said, once I really shake out the list and I make my determinations, that'll really, I see where it's gonna fall. But I'm just gonna say for me, as of this episode, it's making my next round.
Okay.
So yeah,
Uh,
the next project, because I'm going backwards now. It's Rich Ass Haitian from Mock Homie. And what you got to say about this one?
I put unsure. Got to listen more times to even digest it.
Okay.
Um, the one thing that I did notice from this project, he reminds me a lot in tonality, subject matter, and just his overall feel on the track. He reminds me of Mos Def. Y'all
Okay.
seen back.
Yeah.
He's such an acquired taste.
Yeah.
I feel like you like Makami is not a person that you can be like, I like hip hop, and then somebody could be like, if you don't like Makami, you're not a hip hop fan. You just not a Makami fan.
Right.
Because you have to really make
Like
an effort to digest his music. He doesn't make his lyrics available. Whether on the streaming service or available elsewhere. The first song, he's rapping in Creole the entire song. So you have to really put in the effort to become a fan of my comment. You might like, excuse me, you might like the aesthetic, and that can keep you around long enough till you start picking up the nuances. Or you could, depending on your taste before going into it, you can kind of pick up some of the nuances off the bat. But I think he's definitely an acquired taste, and a lot of the casual hip hop fans, and even some of the more hip hop fans will have um really have to put in time. Like, he's one of those people that you might need to write down lyrics for. Um so you can just get a glimpse of what he's saying, because he's kind of everywhere all at once. You know what I'm saying? So his music is a puzzle, and I just haven't gotten to the point where I was able to crack the puzzle. So I don't know. Um, if I don't get back to it, it might just be one that I just don't have on the list going forward. But if I do and I get a chance to, if it clicks, it clicks. Because I remember when we made our list in 2021, Pray for Haiti was somewhere on my top 25. And I
okay.
feel like that one was more digestible than this one.
Okay.
So I mean, if time
Well,
permits, I give it another chance, but I'm not going to try to make myself um I'm not gonna try to make it click for me when I have so many other albums that may or may not do it for me with way less effort. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like it's so much that's in the way of me understanding it
what
immediately.
what were some of the songs that you actually did like?
Um and that's the thing, the fucking songs not some of the song titles not even in English. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
but I get it because he's Haitian. I'm half Haitian, so I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just not into, like, I'm new Haitian. I didn't
Grow
grow
up.
up Haitian. So a lot of this
Yeah.
shit I'm like, but Sanye, Sur les ponts d'Avignon, I think the Avignon, the Serpent and the Rainbow, Copy
Mhm.
Code. The title track was good. Line and Holy Blank. Those were the songs that I did like. But I think all of it coming together it just didn't click for me. Yet to
Yeah.
know whether or not I like the project.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This is one of those ones where you just play it's an acquired taste. And I, as of right now, because I've never heard a project. This is my first time actually sitting down and listen to a full project of his. Like I've
Mm,
heard him as a feature on a lot of other people's stuff, but I've never heard him just by himself. And I don't know, it was too much for me. Um, Now, granted, there is some songs I did like on here. Copy Code is one of the ones I did enjoy. I like Political, or yeah, Political. Yeah, that's how you say it, Political. The Serpent and the Rainbow. I like Rich Ass Haitian, and I like the song Empty Spaces with Your Old Drew
mm,
and him because he gonna come up later on our later episodes. This song kind of got my radars up on him, and then I like him now. I like his style. I like how he rap. So he's a good one. So I like those songs. But yeah, I don't see this making my top 25 at all. It wasn't enough like for me to like replay wise to go back to and just really like want to hear again. So
yeah.
I'm good on it. But I'm
I
not
might,
like bashing him or nothing like that. Cause I mean I can see in some instances why people like him, but he just ain't for me.
and he's a big fixture on the underground scene. So I think depending on how fast this year moves, I
Yeah.
might put a couple albums to the side to come back to, and this will be one of them.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so far this is the one that I feel like I just want to take the challenge of trying to get to it, but I don't want to spend a month trying to do it right now
Hmm.
because it'll derail all the other stuff we're trying to do. But yeah, I'm just unsure. It's not. I don't think it's bad. I just don't know how good it is. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, let's go to the next one.
All right. Now this is one of the ones that's a guarantee top 10, maybe top 5. I don't know, but definitely top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Um, with Rhapsody, Please Don't Cry. This is by far one of my favorite albums of last year. It's still in rotation. I still go back and listen to it, and I still feel the same way that I felt the first time I heard it. Um, and we did a whole episode breaking down the album. It's up on YouTube now if y'all want to go check that out. So I'm not gonna go super detail about it. If you want to know our full thoughts about it, that'll probably be the best way to do it. Just go to that episode because we pretty much go bar for bar, breaking out all the things and concepts of that album. It is very layered. It is very personal album. I feel, but it was one that was definitely needed for her discography and for her to open herself up to a wider market. I feel so definitely one of the ones that was needed. But I'm just gonna say some of my favorite songs one more time.
Mm,
Marlena, still one of my favorites. Asteroids, Fire. 3 a.m. featuring Erica Badu, Fire. My favorite song, most emotional song on the album for me is Loose Rocks featuring Alex Isley. I like God's Light, Back in My Bag, and I like Faith and Raw, the Raw interlude and the Raw song. So
mm.
yeah, I know that's a lot of tracks, but that just goes to show you how much I really love that album.
Man, shit, it's
um,
two tracks on the album, so
Yeah. So I gave it and I feel as though I'm probably gonna rate it again when I actually do my top 10 list. But right
mhm.
now it's a solid 9 out of 10 for me. The one of the few nines that I've had so far. I think we only had like one other nine so far. And I think that was a Schoolboy Q. Yeah, so Schoolboy Q and Rhapsody was only two nines that I've had so far. Um, so yeah, I mean, what you got to say, Skip?
Um, let me see. I really like this album. It's top 10 for sure. Possibly top 5. Um, I feel like Layla's Wisdom is her best album, but I feel like this this is the closest one. My bad, I dropped my phone, but this is the closest one to contesting it.
Yeah.
And upon further review, my status may change, but um Layla's Wisdom was just super special for me. But the songs that I liked, Marlena, Asteroids, Look What You've Done. I remember hearing this album the first time and I was like, that run, it feels like a special album.
Yeah.
But also I feel like she has a lot of respect artistically for Kendrick Lamar.
Mhm.
Um, and Look What You've Done sounded like something from To Pimp a Butterfly era.
Okay.
Um, I did not like personally, I did not like D&D. I did not like Black Pop Star.
Yeah.
Um, but it picked back up. I like Stand Tall. That one time was cool. No, I like that one. Um, I like 3 a.m. too. Loose Rocks is super fire. I like Never Enough. I really like that one.
Yeah.
God's Light is one of my favorites. Back in My Bag is one of my super duper favorites. The Raw package is good. I think I may what's lonely okay, Lonely Woman is the masturbation song.
Yeah.
Um I like the metaphor of it. I really, really liked A Ballad for Homegirls featuring Baby Tate.
Mhm.
Um and I like Faith. Um I can't really remember about Forget Me Not or Not, but I did really like Faith. I think I'm sitting at oh my bad. I'm sitting at like a 8.6
Mhm.
out of 10, 8.5, 8.6. Um, I think I was closer to 9 initially, but like just going back through it and like having songs that I will skip every time I play it.
Okay.
Like I just don't like Black Pop Star
Yeah.
and D&D. I just feel like those songs back to back, they just being sequenced like that. I don't. It would have just been better if it went from Look What You've Done into what was number 7 or number 6 going into Stand Tall.
Black Pop Star for sure is the one I definitely don't like for sure.
Mhm,
I do skip that one. But every other song for me is
mhm.
tolerable, like in the sense of the actual album and what she's trying to the story she's trying to tell. I let it rock. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely songs I like more than others. But
yeah.
Black Pop Star is just not one of the ones I like at all.
I dislike Black Pop Star. I don't dislike D&D.
Yeah.
Um I just think with the rest of the project, it's probably the weakest song on here. So with that being said, um
Yeah.
I I'ma skip it. Just because of how it started, it's just because of what's before it and what's after it,
Mhm.
it just feels just like damn, this kind of threw off the momentum of the album for me. Because I get the sentiment of what she's doing, of what she's trying to um what she's trying to get off. I just don't like those two songs back to back like that. But it bounces right back and it's not another low point for the rest of the album. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think 8.6 is appropriate.
Okay.
She's doing some really good rapping on this album, some really good personal revelations. The album is really well produced. Back in
Mhm.
My Bag is an amazing produced song. Um,
Yes.
I really like the production value on Faith as well. Um, but yeah, this was a really good album. It's definitely going to the next round.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
well, and that's without saying if I think it's potentially top 5. But yeah, man, I really like this album. It aged well.
Mhm.
It aged way better than Eve to me.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
I think when I first heard Eve, I gave it a 9. But I think going back after the years, going back and playing it again, it's still good.
But it's
Um,
songs I would definitely skip on
for
that.
sure, it may be 4 definite skips on that one.
Yeah.
It's one and a pop on this one. Because depending on the day, when she performed D&D at the show, I didn't dislike it, and I don't dislike it now. It's just, all right, let me get to the shit that I love. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I definitely agree that Please Don't Cry aged a whole lot better than Eve because
whole lot.
just like you, I had Eve very high when I first was listening to it when it was first like really relevant. But yet
Yeah.
over the years as I went back to it, it's more songs that I didn't realize that I would skip off of
Mhm.
there. But not this one. This one's definitely it stands the test of time. Like the way I feel about it now is the same way I felt about it when I first heard it, the same way I felt about it when we did the review for it. Because we did the review for it a couple months after it'd been out. So I mean, we was able to sit with it for a while, and that was one of the episodes that kept getting pushed back because other stuff kept coming up. So I had a lot of time to really sit with it and listen to it. And so, like I said, I still feel the same way that I felt back then, same way now. So automatic going to the next round. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So all
Is
right,
is
and
okay? What's next?
Slant Face Killer from Conway the Machine.
All right, what you got?
Uh, Conway cool. Um, he's definitely better than what's the other guy name?
You know his name. Say his name, DJ.
Oh, what's that good? Um, um, he's definitely better than Westside in my opinion, but he's not better than Benny. I do like Benny better than Conway and Westside, but this album is just, I don't want to say, I feel as though if I say it's mid, I feel as though I'm disrespecting it. But that's
You
how I
can get
feel.
high off mid. A lot of people looking for mid right now because the loud pack putting people in the hospital.
Oh damn. I see where you're going with that. but now yeah, it's just it's a cool album. Like it's a good project. Like it's not any like terrible songs on here. Like I will say that. Like all the songs are at least mid to really, really good. Some of the songs I did like was
Oh
Dasani.
no, it's one on here that's horrible. Well, go ahead.
I like Dasani. I like Raw featuring Tech Nine. Tech Nine really got off on that song. I like that song a lot. I like Meth Back featuring Method Man. I like Surf and Turf featuring Absol, Jay Worthy, 211, and TF. I like the Red Moon in Osaka featuring Raekwon. And I like Karimi. I think that's how you say it, Karimi.
I guess
I
so.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So those are the songs I really, really enjoyed. I really liked. But overall, I don't think it's strong enough to make my next round, just for me personally. But it's not a super bad album or anything like that. So I'm not gonna bash it like that. But
Mhm.
I mean, it's mid, and like you said, it's okay for some stuff to be mid. It's cool.
Yeah, for sure. What did you rank it out of 10?
7.
Mm, okay. I gave it a 7.8. I liked Give and Give, Milano Nights Part 1,
Yeah.
Meth Back, Vertino, Raw, Surf and Turf, Karimi. I said on that song he was dancing with the rhyme schemes.
Mhm.
But I also said um whoever signed off the Riot interlude need their ass beat. Um, the song Design sounded so unnatural to me. It just sound like he don't even sound comfortable on that. And that's pretty much the length of my notes on that. When I said cool project, I would return to it, but it's not going to the next round for me personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think with this one, I think he was too much in the echo chamber. He probably needed an A&R on this project.
So he needed Westside.
He needed someone. Because I think when they get in that bag, when it's like a lot of, and I don't know the credits on the producers, but a lot of the Static Selector Derringer type beats,
Yeah.
it kind of put him, it puts them being Griselda, it puts them in a box, and then the lengths that he tried to go to diversify just did not sound or feel natural for him. So those songs hurt. Like Dasani was like weird sounding coming from him. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about it was just weird. And like a bad weird. Not weird like, hey, this is experimental. I wanna give it a shot. It's like, why the fuck did this song make it onto the whiteboard? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I thought it was cool. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I thought it was cool. I did.
I hate that song and I hate that Riot interlude. That shit is garbage.
Yeah, I don't like the interlude. I do agree. I don't like that at all.
And I think a lot of times I don't know if it's a function of availability, but like when they try to get like feature artists or like somebody to sing on the hook or some shit, it's just never quite up to par when it needs to be.
Mhm.
So you and I said it to say you can tell when a nigga got the budget. Like I feel like everybody can't go. Benny had the budget.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a Kanye. I mean Kanye. It's a Conway album where I feel like he had the budget. I don't know the name of it right now because it for a while until I kind of like ran into Griselda burnout for like a year and a half. Benny and Conway were 1A, 1B to me.
Okay.
I think Benny over time has made the right connections to help him build a better music catalog than Conway.
Mhm.
And it's starting to show up now in this part of their career.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a bad album.
Yeah.
But yes, it's just not making it to the next round. And if you really like Conway, you'll like it. If you really
Yeah.
like that super gritty Griselda sound, you'll like it. I just don't like when he veers off because the other songs aren't strong enough to counteract them. It's just typical Conway to me.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. It's a good project, but it's just not making my next round.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So I wouldn't hate on nobody who say they like it. But if
yeah.
we talk about top 15 to 20 albums of 2024, it's not making that list. Shit,
Mhm.
it's not making top 25, 30 to be honest, but it's
Yeah.
another story.
All right. Well, I guess that it. Unless you got something else you want to get off.
No. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of the Cypher Road to 100. We are 8 episodes in. We have 12 episodes left, and we're going to try to do our best to have this done by mid-February.
Mhm.
So that way everything will be out of the way because I don't think that the music scene is probably gonna pick up till around that time anyway. So we got
Yeah.
time to kill. And what better time than like combing through the albums that got overlooked last year? And we
Mhm.
got, I think going forward, it's a lot of really good albums that
Yeah.
we haven't gotten to. And I think a lot of our top 10 albums we haven't gotten to yet either. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Because
it's gonna heat up as we continue to go through it.
because I was looking at my notes from episode 10. After episode 10, the list really picks up after that. So after the halfway point, it's all up from there. So
Okay. So yeah, man. We about to go into that more where everything's gonna be more contentious, where we're gonna have to start cutting down. We might have to do an episode where we get to saying what's not making maybe that top 40. That way we're not giving away our top 25. Um just what we thinking going forward, and then we'll do an official 25 once we finish the entire 100. But I think we should kind of do maybe like we'll probably add it to episode 11.
yeah.
Just like at the beginning, we'll do like a slight slight reflection on the first 50.
Yeah.
And just assess what that collection of albums sounded like, and then go into finishing episode 11. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of the Cypher Road to 100. And until episode 9, we out of here, y'all. Peace.